Welcome. I believe we're live. Let me know how the sound is in the chat. Hi Glitch. Hi Bert. Hi Sarah. Let me know if the background music is too loud, if I should turn it down. Hello. It says I have an excellent connection, so that's good. How's the sound glitchy? Okay, I'm not sure if we're just on a lag or anything, but hopefully the audio's good. And I'll just wait for a couple more people to come in. How is everybody feeling right now? Is everybody doing good? How's everybody handling the energies? Sounds good with AirPods? Okay. Let me know if the background music is louder than my voice, because it's pretty quiet on my end, but sometimes it'll come through really loud on your end. So let me know. You feel amazing. Even after working a double, you got that second wind, huh? So, we have 4 people in the chat. Sounds balanced. Good. Thank you. So, I guess we can talk a little bit about what's been happening with the energies while we wait for a few more people to show up. So, a couple days ago we did have the debris field for Halley's Comet come through, and I think we're actually still experiencing some of that now. We did have an asteroid kind of graze our atmosphere sometime within the last 24 to 48 hours. So energetically, especially if you're sensitive to energy, you may be feeling some of that because it will kind of disrupt the electromagnetic fields. I did notice some spikes in the Schumann resonance, which would be kind of in alignment with some energetic surges, some geomagnetic instability. We did have some data blackouts, so it was really hard to tell exactly what was going on around some of the more energetic peaks that I was feeling. So it's a little bit frustrated because it wasn't just like a data blackout on one of the things. It was like on everything. It was on the Schumann, it was on the solar winds, it was on the KPs, it was on everything. It was a little frustrating. Sometimes when they have those data blackouts, after a couple days you can go back and there will be some data there to look at. So I didn't really get a chance to check today because every time I tried to get on, the internet was just running really slow. It is Friday, and so it's the last day of school. And with distance learning, the internet runs exceptionally slow during the day because everybody's home, everybody's doing school, and so it's really hard. So I didn't really get to do much looking at it for today. I do know that that debris field going through the atmosphere is going to cause some geomagnetic disturbances. So if you are sensitive to energy and you're feeling weird and you don't know why, that's part of it. There's more going on besides just that, but that's just some of the things that are contributing to some of these kind of off feelings that we might be having energetically, some of you. My energy has been up and down. Hello, Tila Valenzuela, welcome. Everybody say hi to Glitch. Let me know in the chat some of the things you guys have been feeling the last couple days. Anything new you've been noticing? Any new abilities coming forward, or new I don't necessarily want to call them symptoms, but maybe some new upgrades that you're sensing, maybe coming forward, some differences in your energy field or the way you feel energetically. I don't know how this water is. Hopefully it's still good. I have no idea what that was. So, you know mine, but I'll share if you want. Yes. Definitely share Glitch because some of the people in the chat may want to hear and may resonate with some of the things that you're experiencing. So definitely share. We would love to hear it. I also want you guys to, if you're a musician or you work with music in any way, I would like you to put that in the chat because that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight. So if you're somebody who does music just as a hobby or for fun, or you do it professionally as a musician, or you just consider yourself musical, go ahead and put that in the chat because I'd love to kind of get an idea how many people we have here that are working with that frequency, because it's going to have kind of a lot to do with what I'm saying, because there's a lot of different ways we can work with music, not just as musicians, to heal our bodies. And some of us can, work with music and frequencies and sound electronically. So that counts as well. So if you work musically through your computer, that totally counts. So be sure to put yourself in the comments if that resonates with you. So one of the things that I do and that I've done since I started kind of my awakening is working with music, sound, frequency for healing, for activation, for assisting with ascension, connection to my higher self, to source, and to spirit. So with Glitch, some of the things he's been dealing with lately in the last couple days: prophetic dreams, synchronicity overload, and complete intuitive living. So these are actually three very important things that I think a lot of people are stepping into. So I'm actually really happy that you wrote that. A lot of you, and some of you have spoken to me personally about this have been having dreams, prophetic dreams, dreams about potential future timelines, and even how kind of past timelines may be playing into now. So that could also be seen as prophetic. There's been a lot of synchronicities picking up, with a lot of people noticing more numerology, how it's kind of encoded into our realities through the matrix, how our phones kind of communicate with us through times and even our battery, how those will sometimes align with our times to create these incredible synchronicities, palindromic synchronicities. And then also how we have started to have an awareness how numerology can play a role in some of the things happening in our reality on a collective scale. So manipulation from people who are aware of how the matrix system works through numerology. So the more aware and conscious we become of how this numerology is kind of manifesting in our reality through guidance from our higher selves, through number synchronicities, patterns, and stuff like that we get as messages, and then also things that we see being intentionally put into like advertisements and big sporting events and stuff where there's a lot of people watching, where there's going to be a lot of collective viewership. You'll see a lot of numerology kind of being played into that, and that's actually a form of programming. So it's really important to be aware how kind of numerology plays into that, and it can even be played into music. And so that's kind of why I wanted to bring that in to our conversation, because you'll hear a lot of songs and music that are made to be a specific length, made to be a specific frequency, and also using certain words, word patterns, groups of words in patterning, like a secret language. It gets very deep if you really start looking into it. So this starts to work on, the reason I say quantum musical alchemy is because when you start getting into like numerology and that with your frequencies, it starts hitting things on a more quantum scale. You're not looking at third dimensional reactions. You're looking at quantum reactions to sound, frequency, experiences, and programming. So the more we become aware of how this affects our energy bodies, our healing, our ascension, all of that, that will help us expand our consciousness and be able to use it in a more positive, healing manner, in a more intentional manner, and in a way that that works for us on an individual and collective way. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick before I get too far behind, because I do get on tangents. It's pretty crazy, and I apologize for that. Tila Valenzuela. I've been saying a lot, but it's been hard to remember. Okay. Like a lot with your third eye, a lot out of the corners of your eye, or just a lot in general that is just out of the ordinary. Hello, Faery and everyone. Hello, Morgan. Welcome. There are personal syncs and collective syncs, I believe you were trying to say. Tila Valenzuela. Yes, I swear my phone showed me a lot. You holy she. I want to get a 23-inch drum, but I'm surrounded by musicians. I play the singing bowls and a rain stick. Yes. Yes. So Sarah is very blessed to have a very musical husband, and then just the whole family, his kids, her kids, and then you of course have that musical frequency within you, and so you all together as a collaborative effort can essentially, when you're just playing around, playing music together, you're raising the vibration, not just for yourselves, but for the entire collective and for your entire town, for your entire area. So that's why music is so important, because it really does, especially when you're really using it in a positive, intentional manner, it really makes such a huge difference for everything energetically. You as an individual, your surroundings, your environment, the earth, the vibration, the grids, everything. Scott Hansen, much love to all and wishing the best for all. Namaste. Welcome, Scott Hansen. New name. We're very happy to have you here. Hopefully you can stick around for a little while. Soul Moons Rising Tarot. Welcome, Jen. Thank you for being here. 1111. Yes, Glitch and Bella are definitely in sync indeed. Yes, very. Hey, Jenny Moons. We got, oh yeah, Scott Murphy. I was thinking Scott Murphy for a second there. He's not here, but he might come. Don't apologize for tangents. It's instant downloads for everyone needs. Yeah, I know, right? My tangents are totally downloads. I just start blah, talking and I don't even know what I'm saying sometimes. Doing really well today, Jen. Did a session with Faery yesterday and it was amazing. Yes. So, I'm really glad you mentioned that, Morgan. I started a Patreon for anybody who's interested in doing sessions with me. One of the things about the type of work I do is I like to work with you over a continual basis. I don't like to work with somebody for just 1 or 2 sessions and then be done with you. I don't feel like that's very effective for you, for your healing, for anything, for anybody. So, I started a Patreon in order to make it more affordable for you guys to have continuous therapy working with me through several different forms of healing. So I use neurolinguistic programming, I use hypnotherapy, I use quantum alchemy, Reiki, light language, I use sound, energy healing, I use all kinds of things. I use EFT, TFT tapping. There's many methods that I have that I will employ during sessions. And so if any of these things are interesting to you, or something that you would like to maybe try, you're welcome to just book a consultation with me, and we can go from there. My booking information is all in the program. Or if you are ready to start doing like long-term work with me, do the Patreon. So you can do like a session every other week with me through the second tier, or you can do, or no, so the second tier is 1 session a month. The third tier is 2 sessions a month, or depending, we can work out those, but it just kind of gives you an idea, and then it goes up from there. So it's really going to depend on if you want sessions like once a month, every other week, or weekly, depending on where you're going to subscribe and what tier you're going to subscribe to. So the other thing that comes with the Patreon is I add little goodies to it. So not only are you getting therapy from me from a very discounted price through the Patreon, you're also getting discount in my Etsy store. And definitely check out my Etsy store. The link is below. I've got lots of new stuff in there, oils, sprays. Oh no, my battery is running low. Hold on a second. I gotta find my computer battery before it dies. Got all these crystals in my lap. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. That was close. All right. Cool. I totally forgot what I was talking about, so I'm just gonna look at the chat. Book a session with Faery. Yes. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about sessions. Third eye. Out of the corner of my eyes, I saw this pink ball. So you probably saw a spirit of a very love frequency. It could have even been an angel. An orb of some sort. Definitely something resonating at a pink frequency, which is a love, unconditional love frequency. I'm gonna so sign up for your Patreon. Oh, thank you, Soul Moons. I do have just a $5 slot too, if you guys want to be just a supporter of me. Really, that one's for what that one's for, and then you also get 10% off the store. I'm gonna start doing some private live streams for Patreon. So if you're part of that, you'll be allowed on those as well. And those will be in the future. I haven't really fully developed that yet. Mostly the Patreon's just so that I can provide healing for you guys at a discounted price, where we can kind of make a commitment to each other for healing. That was kind of the point of it. I wanted us to be able to commit to each other to go on a little bit of a journey of healing together. Fam, I totally recommend her for service. I feel so much more connected today. She helped me with my root chakra, and I feel so much lighter today, like 100 pounds lifted off me. Thank you so much, Morgan, for that. So worth it is my point. Thank you, Faery, always. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Sarah. Hi, Marty. So, Marty and Morgan are my Patreons, so I'm going to give them a quick shout out. My first 2 Patreons, and they're both here. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to our healing journey together. What up, Pockets? What's up, G Money? GZ Money. Ooh, I like it. All right. So, one of the other things, now that I'm kind of caught up on the chat, I can get back into one of my tangents. One of the things about quantum musical alchemy that I really wanted to bring to the table is light language music. So light language music isn't something... Hold on, let me get a drink of water. I have some sage leaves drying there, and for some reason the little bugs that have infested my plants and I can't seem to get rid of, it's been like 3 weeks now I've been dealing with them, seem to really like it. They're flocking around it. It's very strange. So I just moved it because I keep seeing them out of the corner of my eye. It's driving me crazy. They must like the way it smells or something. Interesting. So light language music. Sorry, gotta get back on track. Light language music is something that's very important to me. It's something that I started doing about a year and a half ago. I started doing light language a couple years ago. And so I guess it wasn't too long after I got into light language itself that I started doing light language music. And the first song I ever did was just like kind of a fairy song. And I don't even remember what inspired me to do it, to be perfectly honest. I think I had heard somebody, I feel like I had heard somebody doing something very similar. I don't even know if it was light language, but it made me think of light language and kind of the same kind of fairy feel to it. And I think that kind of gave me the inspiration for it. And then a few months later, Romeo had come out with a track. It was like a hip-hop light language track because he had posted it in Keepers of the Codes. So Keepers of the Codes was a Facebook group that I was in when I first started my awakening, and it was where I was kind of sharing a lot of my light language and connecting with other people who drew light language, spoke light language, and also received light language symbols in meditation and whatnot. So he had posted this song that was like a hip-hop light language song. I was like, oh my gosh. And it was not too long after I had done the fairy song. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody else is doing light language music. It's not just me. That's amazing. So I reached out to him and I was like, we should do a song together. And that's actually when we did the collaboration for, it's the one on my channel. It's called Galactivation Collaboration. So the song itself is called Dream and Oons, and I wrote the song like probably 8 years ago, back when I lived in Tahoe. It was one of the earlier songs that I had written when I was still playing around with GarageBand a lot. And so all I had was the music, and it was when I had heard his track, it just reminded me of it. It doesn't really sound anything like it at all. Like if you heard the two songs, you'd be like, why did that remind you of it? Just the fact, I think, that he had done like kind of a hip-hop light language song, and so I just like I could hear the potentiality of it. So I was like, let's collaborate on this. And I was like, just send me some light language, I can do the rest, you know. So he just sent me a blank track of him doing light language, the rapping and the light language, and I put the rest of it together and came up with that. And that was the second light language track I had ever done. But it was that and that kind of collaboration effort, and just knowing that I wasn't the only person that was doing light language music, and then also discovering that there was a lot of people out there that was doing light language music, because I started like kind of finding it more like on YouTube, and then more people were posting it in the group and stuff like that. So I was like, this is really cool. I didn't even realize this was a thing, and now it's like there's actually like, you know, people doing it, like a lot of people. So I was really excited. So I've started, over the past year, I've written probably 10 different light language songs. I've done a few with John Binney. He isn't in the chat now, but he probably will show up later. He is in Scotland, so time zones are weird. I think it's like 4 in the morning there right now. Oh, there he is. Holy shit. Holy crap. John Binney. Talk about timing. Weird. Oh my god, how funny is that? We're gonna start summoning you. Like, me and Glitch summon each other all the time. It's so funny. Well, I start talking about each other, and then one of us will show up in the chat. That's so funny how that happens. We just summoned you, Sir Binney. Except for you were actually probably here before I even... before I started talking. I don't know. I just didn't see it. I hadn't come in yet. That's crazy. So, did you mean for mosquitoes? No, they're like little gnats that like, I don't know how to explain it. They like get into the soil of your plants if your plants are too wet. And I haven't watered my plants trying to get them to die. And then my poor baby was starting to look so wilty, so I finally watered all my plants again. But it's like, I've been trying to get them to just like dry out, but it's like I don't want my plants to die too. And so they just they're like eating the roots of my plants, so a bunch of my plants are dying. It's really hard. I sprayed some of them with cast iron soap, but it's like, I don't want to hurt the plants too, so I didn't put a lot. I don't know. I'm just struggling with it. I'm hoping that it's just going to get cold enough, because it's starting to get really cold, that eventually they'll just go away. So, if you kind of see them, I don't even know what they're called. They're like little gnats, and they like they live in the soil of your plants. It's because I overwatered my plants. The temperature changed, and I was still kind of summer watering them, and then they just got really wet, and they need new soil. It really comes down to they need better soil so that they can dry out better. Faery, read the chat more often. Yes. Well, I'm caught up though, I thought. Well, I don't know, this chat has a weird lag on it. It's like, I'll think I'm caught up, and then a whole bunch of comments will roll in all at once, and I'll be like, well, I'm definitely not caught up anymore. I've been listening to Romeo's light language music. Oh, perfect. So you're familiar with Romeo too, Marty. Awesome. $11:22:11. Nice. Yeah, you were totally summoned, Finny. Glitchy babes. What's up, Johnny Love? What am I missing? Glitch, what did I miss? I'm trying not to miss stuff. I suck. I suck at this. You and your background look especially lovely tonight, too, Faery. The landscape painting looks like a cool-ass tree in its current position. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no. So, you guys in the chat that don't already know, this art in the background is actually from the lovely Morgan. She painted it and sent it to me for my birthday. So, all this beautiful energy that's coming from it and filling the space is from her. I'm hoping this will... Faery, what's my PayPal? She said use peppermint for the bugs. Okay, I can put peppermint. I was putting lemongrass, but it seemed like it was like almost attracting them more. It was weird. I'm gonna type it in. I don't know where anything is on this keyboard. That should be it. Alright. Well, linked, so that should have been right. Yes, I typed it in. Thank you always, Faery, and thank you, John. Yes, Morgan's art is legendary, for sure. Alright, so peppermint. I have a lot of peppermint too. I've got a big thing of peppermint. I put a little bit of peppermint in my diffuser. I was thinking that would help wake me up because I was feeling kind of tired. I did peppermint and cinnamon and frankincense. Thanks, Marty. The bubble looking one on the left is my rendition of Faery's energy. So that's this one here. You guys, I'm going to kind of pull it forward so you can see it better. And I'm going to have to pull up my screen so I can tell if it's even in the frame. Oh, it's going to... Hold on, I got to turn the light off. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You keep all you can see is the reflection of my computer. My computer software. It's really beautiful. Bugs hate peppermint. Okay. I know spiders do. Yes, it is epic. Indeed. So, who here in the chat has worked with light language as a speaker or with somebody for healing besides me? I'm curious if anybody else has worked with somebody using light language besides me. Let me know in the chat. I know that it's fairly new and not a lot of people even know about it. You have written. I remember you talking about that, and you had posted, I want to say a couple months ago, some light language symbols that you were getting, I believe in meditation, that were really powerful. I remember connecting with them and being like, wow, she's definitely downloading some powerful codes. So I hope you're hanging on to those and using them. Faery, you introduced me to my light language. Yes, so John Binney actually did some light language on one of his songs. One of our earlier songs. I forget which one, but it was one of them. If you can remember which one it was, you can post a link in the chat, John Binney. But I know it was one of them. We've done a few, so it's hard to remember them all. With my selenite wand on the person. That's beautiful. I see it on my walls. Oh, Tila, so have you been writing the symbols as you see them? Because they are messages from your higher self. And you can connect with those symbols that you get in meditation and the ones you see on your wall. And you can use them to get information, for activation, for healing. They're very powerful. I've subscribed to 5 others besides you and Romeo. I watch and listen, and some of them draw as well. I do draw as well, Marty. I don't really share a lot of my drawings, my light language drawings. Morgan, I did send you in your package, your Patreon package, a little light language drawing. So if you were wondering what that was, that little drawing that I sent you was just a little activation download that came in just for you personally. And so I've done those for a couple of people. I know I did one for bravery that ended up being very significant. He was able to decode exactly what it meant, which was really cool. And his sister also does light language, so that's very it's very beautiful that there's so many out there that can connect with light language in that way and have it bring forth soul memories and activations and healing. I've worked with a woman that did Reiki and cranial sacral therapy. It was what led me to do some of my own energy work. It opened me some for sure. That's beautiful, Morgan. I love that. I'll have to look into that cranial sacral therapy sounds interesting. I'll have to see what that is. No way, I didn't know. That's awesome. Thank you, Glitch, for putting the PayPal in the chat. And if you feel guided to leave a donation, I am so grateful. And if you want, I can always leave shout outs. I never know if people want me to thank them publicly for the donations. So just let me know, like in a note or anything like that, if you don't want like a public. Usually I'll just send like a message through Instagram if I know you more on a more personal level. I've seen light language in tarot cards before, mostly in Danielle Noel's decks. I've seen a couple tarot decks that have light language too, and I think they're beautiful. One of these days I'm going to get one. I'm going to get my hands on one. My son draws light language too. I remember you telling me about that, Marty, and that's so beautiful. And I really hope that he continues doing that and expands and develops that ability, that skill, and that connection. Yes, it's so gorgeous. Thanks for mentioning as meant to ask you. Tila, that's beautiful. Marty, that's amazing. Wow, Marty, that's incredible to have your own son doing this too. Love, love, love that. Soul Moons, love that. Light language tarot. Yes, that sounds very cool. It's basically light touch muscle energy release in the head and neck region. Awesome for neck pain. Cranial sacral is nice. That's awesome. Thank you for explaining that. That actually sounds really incredible. I'm gonna have to try that. Dude John Tarot may be just a tool, but it is way more diverse than most people use it for. Yes. I love having all kinds of different decks because I communicate with spirit through like the images in the decks, the colors, what comes to mind when I see the pictures and sometimes the words or the numerology. And so I use that to kind of communicate with spirit. Very rarely do I go to the actual books that come with the deck unless like I'm reading for myself. That's honestly probably the only time I go to the books is when I'm reading for myself. Is I'll do like my own interpretation and then I'll kind of like peek through the books and see what resonates. But most of the time I don't. I do everything by like the colors and the numerology and just kind of the feelings that I get from the cards themselves. I do a lot more oracle cards than traditional tarot, even though I know like traditional tarot, how the system works and how to do it. I just like the more versatility that I get in the oracle decks. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. So unladylike. 11, 38, 11. 11, 11. So many 11, 11s. I love it. And we actually have that portal coming up soon, you guys. I have codes for that portal last year. If you want to go ahead and pick those up, I'll throw the video in the information or in the comments after the chat. And that way you can integrate the codes from last year's portal to kind of like get you even more ready for this year's, if that's something that resonates with you. They're still just as powerful and may even help kind of amplify the codes coming in. Same fairy, I use more oracle, yes. Glitchy babe, I keep seeing 11s for weeks now. Nice. I love to charge my bath water. That's been healing on another level. That's incredible. So what have you been using to charge your bath water with? I know there's several different things you can do. I'm curious what you use. Oh, John Vinny asked the same question. Do you guys want to do a meditation soon? I kind of got through everything I wanted to talk about. We're about 40 minutes into the live. Let me know if you guys want to do one. $4:40 on your clock. Nice. Yes, you would love a meditation. All right. It's funny. As soon as I said you guys want to do a meditation, my face starts vibrating. That's so funny how that works. Are you using salts? Please do tell. Yes. Okay. So get your water, guys. Sorry, my face starts to vibrate. My nose starts to tingle. Like, as soon as I, like, set the intention that I'm going to start, like, doing the meditation. 61B, there's my signal. Thank you, Glitchy. Jen, you made it just in time. We were just about to start the meditation. Beautiful. I think I bounce back and forth between both. Okay. I'm just taking a minute to kind of center and ground my energy. I use pink salt, baking soda, and white vinegar. Sweet orange oil, rose quartz, selenite. Sometimes I make grids. I use all kinds of mineral rocks. That's beautiful. This week in meditation, I was shown my previous lives as a seer and how I would astral locate people across the universe for my people. That's awesome. That's so cool. And my skin feels so soft and great. Oh, I bet that sounds amazing. Just set up a grid earlier. Super healing. Thank you, Tila. That's beautiful. Turn that light on. Help her. I want you all to take a nice deep breath. Breathe in deeply, breathing in deeply through the root chakra. Breathe in deeply now. Relaxing every part of your body on the out breath. I want you to take another nice deep breath. Breathe in deeply through the heart this time. Really opening and expanding that heart. Open and expand your heart. Opening. Did Bella just show up? Bella! I'm so happy you're here. I'm actually going to, I think this is gonna stop in just a minute. Oh, my dad just texted me. Okay, so everybody, it's my dad's, birthday. Just as an alarm starts going off. That's so crazy. So many crazy synchronicities. Today's my dad's birthday. And me and Bush were just talking about that earlier, and the alarm goes off. That's just crazy. Alright, so I just want to start that over because it's gonna just stop in like a few minutes and it's gonna be weird. I know, Papa. Oh, I missed your message, Scott. Sorry. I saw it come in and I didn't get a chance to comment. Bella Chetta. Hey, glitching everyone. Yes. Okay. So, that's so interesting. You know, now my eyes are vibrating. Whew. Wow. That's crazy. So, Bella bringing that energy. Woo! I can feel it. Happy birthday, Big Papa. Oh. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to call him after this. He usually is out late because he does Uber. Oh, my heart right now. Does anybody get that? Like heart chakra activations when somebody special like you connect with, you can just like feel it in your heart. It's a beautiful, play one of your other songs. I don't have another song that's the right frequency right now. This one has specific formula encoded into it for the meditation. So, I guess I should talk about that. I have this song tuned to 444 hertz. As I'm going to kind of be working with the angelic frequency, which is 444 hertz. And then I also have it at 432 hertz base. So I've got kind of both resonating together in harmony. And then I also used the chakra valve. That's okay. I picked it for a very specific reason. So I used 7 layered chakra toning in this. So it has 7 layers of toning. So not only is it using the frequency of my voice to use a specific tone, sound, and frequency to connect with a specific chakra, I also encoded it with alchemy. So quantum alchemy. So I used quantum alchemical frequencies to work with each chakra. So you may feel this moving in different parts of your body as we go through the meditation. That was the other reason why I wanted to kind of start it over, because as I kind of work through the formula, I start in the base and work its way up. So as we start this, you're going to feel a little bit more in the base and the root of your spine. And then over the course of the next 15 to 20 minutes, you're actually going to feel the energy rising up in higher parts of your body as the alchemical frequencies are encoded to work with some of the higher chakras. Okay, so I just wanted to let you all know that before we start. So I guess that's probably the other reason why we had the interruption. There's always a reason for an interruption. I love it. I'm gonna sit properly. Perfect. And then Glitch is gonna also be adding some energy. So if you want to just welcome his energy healing into your space. Happy birthday, Daddy Fairy. I love that. To assist with the healing. That's going to help a lot. Witchy had an awesome grounding tips. So I'll throw Witchy Vibes video in the comments after the chat. She had some she just put out a video that has some incredible tips for you guys. So you can connect with her there as well. I have done light language with Sherry Mosley, Higher Realm Holistics, 12D Light Language, Paige Elise, Sweet Spirit of Light, Asterius Miraculi, Sacred Romeo, Marlon Cronin, and Tatia Romlietti. So I've done light language with Romeo and Tatiana as well. I've never collaborated with Marlene Cronin, but I've connected with her on a little bit more personal of a level, as she was one of the first people I connected with when I was awakening and connecting with light language. a couple years ago. Thank you for your comment, Scott Hansen, and thank you for being here. My fault for being late, keep getting kicked off. Not your fault at all. You know, like I said, we have interruptions for a reason, because we weren't meant to start the meditation just yet, and I think everybody is about ready. Yes, his Trinity video earlier was incredible. I agree. So I'll definitely have to drop that, because we are talking about light language and we were talking about Romeo, and then he also did put out that video today which has some really powerful codes that I would love for you all to connect with. So I will have several different videos in the comment section after the live is over for you guys to connect with. And if you would like to share your channels or your videos in the comment section, sometimes YouTube will block that and I will have to go through and manually accept them. So I will have to check that for that, but definitely leave your links if you can. Just know that if it doesn't show up right away, it's just because of YouTube algorithm stuff. Alright, so if everybody can just get yourself into a nice comfortable position and just take a nice deep breath as we kind of get back into a state of relaxation. Breathing in deeply, breathing in through the root as we kind of ground ourselves, breathing in through the root chakra and bringing it all the way up to the crown as we connect with source, and just hold it there for just a moment. Brill! I'm so glad. Perfect timing. Yay. Angel light to all y'all from Glitchy. Take another nice deep breath. Breathe in deeply through the heart now, opening and expanding as you connect with your heart. Now, breathe in deeply and just release any tension on the out breath. Any tension, any energy that may not be serving you in this moment. Breathe in one more time, nice big deep breath. Breathe in deeply, and I want you to connect with source, sending a golden strand all the way up as high as you can go. As high as you can go, and connect with source. And just breathe in that golden white light energy now, letting it surround your space. Allowing that golden white light to fill you now, filling every aspect of your bone, fiber, and being, surrounding you. Filling you with love, filling you with light, and filling you with protection. I want you to connect with the base of your spine now as you send an anchor all the way down, dropping all the way down through every layer of the earth, dropping all the way down and wrapping around Gaia's crystal heart. I want you to breathe in that Mother Earth energy. Allow it to surround you now. Feel her energy as it wraps around you. Wraps around you like a hug, making you feel safe and warm and at peace. Take one more nice deep breath. I want you to breathe in deeply, and on the out breath, I want you to release any tension, any energy that you may still be holding on to. Just release it now. Allow the energies to move you now, breathing in deeply, allowing every breath to find you, feeling more relaxed each time you release that breath. Just find yourself feeling even more relaxed. Allow the frequencies, the tones to resonate within your being, healing you now. You may have felt the energy move up a little bit now as we're kind of moving into the sacral and solar plexus. Anaka aresnatash resnatash arasir nakarasir. Onako resnatash arasnatash resnatash ar nakarasir. So I'm feeling heart and throat a lot. You may have had to kind of clear your throat even while I was clearing mine. You may be, I'm feeling a little bit of pressure in my chest, so take a nice deep breath. Some of you may be feeling, still holding on to some tension, anxiety. Just release it now. Ona anamakara snatash snatash arsa. Ona nakara sir natash. Ona sir. Ona snatash ar. Nakaar snatash kaar snatash ar snatash ar nakaar snatash nakaor snatash ar snatash naasa asir natash. I just got a lot of green kind of flooding the room, and I'm feeling just a lot of energy in the chest. I felt some tension a little bit earlier, and a lot of that is kind of starting to release. I'm feeling kind of a release of energy coming through. So And I just felt a lot of energy as it kind of moved up my back, kind of as the Kundalini is rising. So some of you may be feeling this as well. Just kind of breathe through this, as this can feel kind of stiff in your back at times, and maybe even slightly uncomfortable. So take a nice deep breath. Kind of tuning into the energies. The colors are changing a little bit. I'm picking up still some of that green, but I'm getting blue and orange and green kind of swirling in and out of each other. So we're working with a couple different chakra frequencies right now. If you're feeling this in the sacral, the throat, or the heart, that is actually very normal. I have quite a few visuals that are kind of trying to come into play, but it's like, it's kind of hard for me to see what it is they're trying to show me. So if you're kind of wondering what I'm doing, so if you can just give me one moment as I just kind of tune in. So I'm seeing like an upside down V, but it's kind of in the shape of a chalice, I guess you could say. It has layers to it, so it's not just a V, it's not just in the shape of a chalice, it's almost compounded into each other as if you were viewing it in different dimensions all at once. So imagine if you had a cup in the shape of a V and you were holding it next to one of those mirrors where you can kind of turn one side in, and it shows like compounded effects of whatever it is you're showing, like you see your face infinitely. So imagine that kind of in the shape of a V going outwards. So what I'm seeing maybe is working with feminine energy on a multi-dimensional scale, on a quantum scale, because the chalice can often represent feminine energy, divine feminine energy, water energy, and we just got into Scorpio season. Okay, so a lot of you may be working with some of that divine feminine energy on a multi-dimensional scale. So time is just an illusion. So when we work with ourselves in the now, we're healing a feminine aspect of us in the now, but then also in the dimension parallel to that, and then parallel to that, and then parallel to that. It compounds itself across all time, space, and dimension. That's why self-healing is so important. So I'm just going to start running some grounding energy. I'm still vibrating pretty heavy. If you guys are still kind of in a deep meditation, you can go ahead and start coming back to your bodies. I did get a little bit distracted because I started getting those visuals and I was trying to figure out what was coming through. if anybody has, you know, any thing they want to throw in the comments that you experienced during the meditation, I would love to hear about it. You may still be feeling the energy as I'm running some energy frequencies, and then there's also frequencies encoded into the music itself. And I've just got the energy grounding, kind of grounding the light codes that came through, grounding the energies that were cleared through the meditation for transmutation. I'm just going to back up in the chat so I can get caught up. Clear that throat chakra, Faery. Yes, yes. Did you feel that? Me too. Totally. I can't remember if I read that before it started or not, but I definitely was. Sometimes I respond to things in my head and I don't remember if I responded to them or not. Mercury is in retrograde. It makes for technical difficulties. Indeed, I've been having many. It's been intense. I feel so close to source energy right now. I can touch it. Thank you, everyone. Sirens, 1111. My lights are green. Perfect. Twinning. Mine are too. Because you family, Bella. Wow, Faery, I can really feel this in my breastbone area. Perfect. Hello, Faery. Hello, everyone. Hi, Tom. Hopefully you didn't miss too much of the meditation. You can always go back and watch it if you want. And if I helped you tonight and you want to leave a donation, please, I would be so grateful, and thank you so much. I'm continuously self-healing lately. Been hard to fully ground myself. The energy's been making it hard to fully ground. So it's not just you, Bella. And definitely book a session with me when you have some time. Don't worry about payment. I talked to you about that before, okay? Oh wow, my chat just got very big again. Hold on. That was amazing that you saw everyone's light bodies. That was sat in a circle as we meditated. That was amazing. Saw everybody's light bodies, sat in a circle as we meditated. I could feel source energy and touch it with my light body. So magical. Thank you. That's beautiful. Okay, I think I'm signed up as a second level patron. Thank you, Sarah. You're so amazing. Thank you. I love it. Dragon and Merlin energies. Glitchy. You hear that? Sing, sing, sing. Ah! I love it. Thank you, Jen. This has been most amazing. It went from chest back to root, and yet I was able to release what I think was still stuck. I felt a physical release in the lower abdomen. Thank you. That's beautiful. I also light language with Paul Butler. I am Manifest Incorporated, and now with the Fascinating Faery. Thank you. Thank you. Blessed be to you, Faery, and all my beloved sisters, brothers. Namaste. I felt that. Thank you. Felt heart chakra from the back, then up and out the back of my right shoulder. This is different as I just woke up. Normally I'm here and I'm about to go to bed. Also 5:55 a.m. in the middle of that here. Changes coming your way. Big changes, bro. That's exciting. I'm so excited for you. Everybody say hi. My clock. 007. Oh, 0007. Oh, you did. Yes. Perfect. Yes, I'm so grateful for all of you guys that have been booking sessions with me. Like, this means so much. It really does. Being able to connect with you all and work with you and heal with you. That's why I'm here. That is what brings me the greatest joy, the most joy, and the most fulfillment. It really is. It's about healing and helping you guys. That's why I do this. It makes me happy. All the pain in the back of my neck times 2 days now gone. Yes, we released some of that energy. That's beautiful. I cannot believe how many 11/11s tonight you've gotten, Glitch. Like, that is just insane. And we're coming up on that 11/11 portal. Like, that is just twin power. And Totally Cosmic Tracy isn't here, but she did win our one-on-one glitch and fairy chat. And we'll be doing another contest again soon. So if you guys didn't win, be on the lookout for that coming up again soon for a one-on-one session with me and Glitch. If you want to get, double teamed in the best way. Love you, Faye. Love you guys. We love you too, Jen. I signed up during the meditation so I could focus. Beautiful. Yay. Haha, I love the Oliver adaptation, John. I read it. If they only knew. Beautiful G. 10. Merlin, interesting. I had some nights and the round table. Oh, where did we go? Hold on. I gotta come back to it. Where'd it go? Ah! Where did it go? Merlin, interesting. I had some nights and of the round table and Merlin vibes some hours back. First time with the Knights Merlin I've met before. I met Merlin once too. He brought me into a cave and showed me a well. It was very interesting. That was all he did too. It was like as soon as I saw the well, I got pulled back out of the vision, and it was like, well, that was interesting. He was all blue. Everything was all blue. It was really cool. John Binney, yes, I heard consider yourself an enlightened soul. Consider yourself one of the family, like an adaptation of Oliver the musical. Ah, that's what that was. Excuse me, truth burps. Man. Hella Merlin sinks, my goodness. Yes. Glitch and Fairy. Glitch and Fairy 61. Hashtag that. At Frill, that's beautiful. The sword and the stone came up in my first awakening when I was a teenager. John Binney, didn't you have some kind of... I feel like I remember you telling me something about like the sword and the stone or something having to do with Orkney. I might have that confused, but I could be wrong. That vision you had at Orkney, was that having to do with the sword and the stone thing? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. For some reason that popped into my mind when you said that. The sword and the stone, I feel, was pulling the sword out as represents the truth being released. Interesting, yeah. It does make sense. 12/12 energy coming, yes. Coming through, and that's completion energy. And who was it? Glitchy that did the final push, and then he just pulled his message. I didn't see what it said. The final push, I think, was a video you did recently. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 13. So 1, 2, 3 is a new level. 13 is transition. 4 is harmony, and 5 is shift. So that's a powerful code right there. Sword in the Stone 2018 for you, Jen. So this is a common thing for people to experience in visions. I would love to hear about your Sword in the Stone visions, anyone who's had them, because this is actually a pattern that I'm noticing, and I love finding patterns. So if you're here in the chat or you happen to watch the replay, I would love to hear about your Sword in the Stone story. And yes, Faery, we used the sword to fix energy lines that run the length of the UK. In a past life, we did this massive energy work and it took our lives at the time. Yes, I remember. I remember you telling me that it was one of the first stories I think you ever told me, JonBunny. Like, right after we met. It had to have been. Because it's kind of just like kind of vague in my mind a little bit. If you feel guided to share the story in the chat, please do. We released the sword recently. The truth is out now. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. Honestly, and there's a lot of symbolism to that, and I can feel the download coming in because I get these sensations in my body when I'm getting a download. I don't know if any of you guys get that, but sensations in your body when you're getting downloads of information, like when you're hearing something and you're like, okay, I know I'm about to get a lot of information about whatever this person is talking about. I don't really know it yet, but I'm probably going to wake up in the morning and know a bunch of shit that I didn't know yesterday. Let me know if anybody else experiences that, because it happens to me all the time. It's crazy. Faery, we had the reward of an additional lifetime together. So beautiful. Oh, yes. So that was the life where we lived in Scotland, correct? I believe. Absolutely. 120. Oh, 121655. That is powerful code, my dear one. I drew what I saw of a sword. So, Faery, I'll send you the pic of my sword vision and the date of it. It would be interesting if the date matches with others when they had the download. And didn't Jeremy Garner also have a sword download? So we have a pattern here connected to swords, connected to visions, connected to downloads. Now we got to see if the timing matches up. Okay, so JonBunny put a link in the chat for the song he wrote about his vision he had of Orkney. And so Orkney is an actual place you can go in Scotland. You can look it up on Google. And it's a standing stone location. So a portal location, a sacred location. Katana. You know, my daughter's name is Katana. Mine was about Lancelot and I was Guinevere. Knight and King Arthur. Gold was hidden underground somewhere, like through a cave entrance. Then I saw stones with glowing runic glyphs. All I can remember. That's such a cool story. When I was young, I used to be obsessed with like that song, Greensleeves. And just Guinevere in general, the name. And I never even really understood the story. There was just something so fascinating about it that I didn't fully understand, that I was just fascinated by. Emery, that would be beautiful. My date is around the creation of that song. So you can look at when the song came out to kind of figure that out. Yes, he did. Jeremy, I believe he did. Hannah Mori, welcome. Welcome, brother. The Ring of Brodgar. Stone circle on Orkney. It's supposed to be like Orkney. I can't say it right, but I know we've had this conversation before. I totally say it wrong. Sup, Hannah Glory. Katana. No, Katana is a sword, but my daughter is Katana. Caetane. Katana. But it was funny when I was pregnant with her, so I was a bartender. Through my whole pregnancy, people used to always ask me what her name was. And when I say her name was Katana, they'd be like, you mean like the sword? Or I would also get the princess from Mortal Kombat, who is also Katana or Katana or something like that. Katana. I think it was Katana. Yes. Wakisaji is the short. I can't talk today. Holy crap. Can't say words. The sword is a cross. The original meaning of the cross is the horizontal line, is the veil between the two worlds. The top of the vertical line is the top, and the other world, the bottom, is this world. Oh, okay. That makes so much sense. I don't know how I never saw that before. The sword and the cross unites the two worlds. The two worlds. Crazy. Thanks, John. I just saved your video, and after the live, I'll send you my pic too and the date. Compare it to the date of your video. Yes. Hey, Adam. Katana MK lady. Yes. Katana sword. Katana daughter. Katana Mortal Kombat. Thank you, Glitchy. You fell asleep, Tila, but you're back. Did you fall asleep during the meditation? That happens sometimes. Tila, you got the Source Tyson knockout. Totally. That means you got upgraded. Hella. Source Tyson knockout means upgrades. If that ever happens to you guys and you just like all of a sudden like, oh my god, I just need to pass out, and you suddenly pass out, it's because you're getting an upgrade. 2020-206 was when I wrote that song about past life recall with the Faery. I think the video was a day or two after the download. I don't get swords images, I just see a hammer. Oh, that's cool. Maybe you have a connection with Thor. Yup. Nice, hell yeah. Beautiful. 122. Sorry, that's a good number. Sarah, I had a download of a cross with 4 vertical bars, also a couple years ago. I've never been able to find it online. May I send you my drawing of it and see what you think it means sometime? Viking ancestors even. Yes, totally, Bella. Good point. Good point. I don't think I've met Thor, but I am Swedish, so matching the region. Nice, bro. Yes, got just a little bit of like Swiss. My mom is like got like some Swiss or Norwegian, some kind of Viking blood in her. It kind of comes out, not so much in me, but in some of my sisters are just like abnormally muscular, and they don't even have to like work out or anything. They just got huge muscles. I'm like, oh my god. How are you so muscly? Hi, man, workmans. Hi, welcome. I've got a lot of Viking blood. I would not doubt it. Don't you have red hair anymore? My nephew lives in Sweden. That's awesome. Yes. What's up, man, workmans? I like that. Had red hair, yes. Had red hair. Still counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when I looked at the clock. That's crazy. So many codes today. It's insane. Oh my gosh. Never ends, right? It's insane. I swear, every time we have these live streams, the synchronicities are so much. I'm just like, something's happening. Something's happening. 12:22, 11:22, nice. Glitch, there's that 12:22 again that we've noted today. I know. 17 in the chat. 17 is destiny. Yay! 10:23, 5:6. Dang, Bella! Dude, we are like coding it up in this biatch. Aligned as fuck, man. We're like, this is how we hack the matrix. If anybody's wondering, like I was talking about numerology and how that kind of plays into frequency and programming, this is part of it. When we are, and my crown is opening as I'm talking about that, we are essentially rewriting our timelines through these numerology codes, through this code work, through these awareness of communication through numerology, and how the numerology is connected to our subconscious and the programs that are activated within our subconscious. So the more and more we become aware of these codes, 17, 83, 83, 83, 8. So there's completion codes, abundance codes, destiny codes there. That's incredible. Nice. Me too, Jen. Ha ha. Yes, that's awesome, guys. More connection. Exactly. 1827. So 27 is a big code. And then 18 and 81 are also significant codes for abundance. And then also Glitchy was born in 81. And then 27. 27 is a powerful numerology. 1227, yes. And then, of course, 72 playbacks, as I'm talking about that numerology. Powerful numerology working with certain energies. For me, I connect with Ascended Master. This could be whoever you connect with. I just call him Ascended Master JC. He's JC to me. So when I get 27s, a lot of 27s, that's how I connect with him. And then 17 is really connecting with the destiny aspect. So that's showing me that, you know, you're on the right path. You're working towards your mission, your destiny, and your highest potential alignment of self. 12 for me is like a completion code. So when I see 12s, I'm getting a lot of completion. 13 is that transitional phase after completion into a new program, into a new template. So if you're getting like that 1, 2, 3s, that's that development of that new program as you've gone through the completion and the transition of the last program that you may have been running, and now you're running a new program, an upgraded program, a higher awareness. 1727, beautiful. Yo man, where you pull your codes from, bro? Yes, Bella. And me and Faery, 81 child here. Bella too, no? Yes, totally, that's right. Hanamori, Glitch, and maybe Bella, I don't know, are all 81s. 81 is a powerful year. You guys brought in some incredible energies that year. 28, so 28's a good number. It's 10. And then also my birthday is September 28th. Oh, you too, Adam. 23, 74747. So 47. I connect with. My name is 47 in gematria. So my higher self likes to communicate with me through that number. I love that number. 47 is one of my favorite. Besides 61. 10/10/81. That's your birthday. Yes. I knew we had another 81. We got Glitch the Observer. He's always watching. KSI. 1910/79. I am 81 as well, Jansu. Nice. Yes, 10/10. Totally. 76 for me. I always turn up early for everything. 76 is also 13, John Benny. So transition, and if you notice, they have gas stations that are called 76 stations, and so that being what is considered like a transitional energy place, where it's like you have a lot of people transitioning, like essentially stopping there to get gas and then moving on. So that would be considered like a liminal space. And I just thought it was kind of funny that they, and I know this isn't accidental. This is how our kind of reality in the Matrix talks to us using numerology. The gas station 76 is like our subconscious saying, you know, transition. It breaks down into the 13 numerology of a transitional place, a transitional energy. As you kind of slide in and slide out of there, you don't ever stay for long. 5556, transition, balance, all over it. Yes, you always are, babe. 81, another 81er. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Look at them purple hearts. So, Purple Heart crew, you know who you are. Throw them purple hearts in the chat. Represent. You're 74, Marty Rich. Beautiful. You were born in 76. As we're talking about 76. So I love that we kind of got on the topic of numerology for a minute. That's awesome. Makes me very happy. Marty, so am I. Awesome. I love that we're connecting through this right now. This is beautiful. It's also defiance. I think, John, like a reversal. 7 and 6. That makes sense. I see that. 12, 26, 76 at 5, 5, 5, 5. Yes. I'm 80, baby, but master number 33. Okay. I love numerology. Me too. And you're a 74 too, Morgan? At 555. That's awesome. I know, right? Okay, so we are 1 hour and 33 minutes, as we're talking about 33 in the chat. We're 31 minutes, 33 seconds is actually what I meant to say, into the chat. And I do have a session early in the morning with Jen. So I am going to go ahead and give you guys just a few more minutes to throw any questions that you might have in the chat. And otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. So if you have any questions, I'm going to go until 1. We're going to give it 1 or 2 more minutes. We'll see how if any questions roll in or not. If nothing comes in, we're just going to call it a night. Born 79. Otherwise, my family has had a lot of 11s, like 80% of my extended family born on day or month 11, including me. My father was born on 11/11. That's really cool, frill. And you know what? That happened in my family too, but with 17. Not 11, but 17. Like, so many people in my family on 17. Like, it's weird. On just different days that is, like, you know, different months of the 17th. Even my own daughter was a September 17th. My mom, you know, was July 17th. My cousin, September 17th. And there's more. I just can't think of them all off the top of my head. My sister born at 10 a.m. Youngest sister born at 3:03. And then 81. And then if anybody feels guided to donate for the work, Glitch went ahead and put the PayPal in the link, or in the chat. I must be getting tired. I'm struggling to talk. Can't wait, Faye. I've got so many downloads about past life experiences. Holy shit. Perfect. So it's going to be a great session tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm very excited. My brother born at 10:30. Nice. My niece one time handed me a flashcard with the number 17. Smart girl. You know, and sometimes our kids will just blurt out numbers for no reason because they don't really know why. They're actually just giving you a message from, like, your higher self or your guides, and it's coming through them because children are so open. So if they hand you just like a card with a number, or they just say a number randomly and that means something to you, it's not a coincidence. So always remember that. Yes, I'm always the wrench in the mix. LOL. Oh, you're back, Jen. LOL, cut it, babe. Yeah, I'm going to. I just want to make sure that if anybody had questions, that they had a chance to throw it in the chat. And there's my sign, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. So I love you all so much. And I will see you all next Friday for Faery Fridays. If you have any anything you want to talk about next Friday, go ahead and send me a message on Instagram or an email, and I'll either bring it into the chat next Friday or into a future Faery Friday. I love hearing from you all, and I would just you know, if there's something specific you want me to talk about or hear about, I would love to hear from you. So never hesitate to reach out. I'm always open to communicate and connect with you all. Love you all. See you next Friday.